Plasma. It is everywhere and it's not going away. It is a life form. It is one of the 4 states of matter. Plasma surrounds our Earth. Plasma is in the lighting, those beautiful lightings that are all around the place. And let's talk more about plasma and let's watch some actual plasma transforming. Hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. You know, we're looking at a familiar type of a picture showing the magnetic field lines around the Earth, the radiation belt, the magnetospas, the magnetosheet, the magnetic field lines, the bow shock, and over here the magnetotail. But did you know the Earth had a plasma sheet? I didn't know that. And it also has the plasma sphere on both sides. And, you know, they got the radiation belts, but the plasma sphere around the Earth and a plasma sheet. And, you know, since we're talking about plasma and how it can quite possibly be, which I really do think it is, living, I think it's important to note that Earth has plasma surrounding it, and there's some plasma behind it. We're looking at the plasma sphere. This is another good picture, and it says that the plasma sphere is composed of low energy particles that drift up from the ionosphere, forming a sphere-like reservoir of very cold, fairly dense plasma that co-rotates with the Earth. And then you have the Van Allen radiation belts, and then up here you have the ring current. So if I was to move this over here to the side like that, it is so cool, you all. Look at this. So this is the plasma sphere right there in that area. And this is the Van Allen radiation belt. There's one near the Earth, and there's one on the outer part of the Earth, and then we have the ring current, which is right there. So moving right along, so this is pretty cool. We have the normal looking view right here, and then we have this plasma view right here. I love it. I really do love it. I hope you love it too, because we're here to learn. We really are, and discover what's going on with all this plasma that is being seen all over the place. Yeah. Let's go right over here to the Netherlands, where we documented a bunch of wild looking web plasma that was happening for several nights in a row. This is a screenshot of some of the web plasma that formed. You can see it is all different types of shapes. And look up here. So we have these high efficiency plasma, which is lighting. It is an emerging lighting technology that uses radio frequency to stimulate a contained gas and create a small but very bright ball of plasma. HEP lighting offers a very high efficiency, over 90 lumens per watt, and perfect color rendition, CR 100. The technology became commercial very recently, however, and has not achieved a market share comparable to that of LED. So they're telling you right now, with this type of lighting, it uses radio frequency. Where have we heard of radio frequency before? Okay, radio frequency to stimulate a contained gas and create a small but very bright ball of plasma. And in this, in the video footage that we've taken of this, there's been some super bright balls of plasma that have formed. And if we look down here below, let me get down here and let's look at this down below. It says an HID is an acronym for high intensity discharge, a type of lighting often used for industrial and outdoor settings due to its powerful output. Some examples of HID lighting are mercury vapor, metal halide, xenon, high pressure sodium, and low pressure sodium lamps. All types of HID lamps produce lighting by stimulating, get this, stimulating an enclosed gas with an electric arc, and therefore they operate at high temperatures. So we've got the one up here, this one type that literally creates a small bright ball of plasma, but we know that plasma does not stay small. It does not. It just comes alive, and it just does all types of moves and changes is what it does. So this is really exciting, you all. We're going somewhere with this, and we ain't there yet. So yeah, let's look at that. It is so exciting. So yeah, these are plasma webs. That's exactly what they are. Look at the plasma here in the Hajj, in the Netherlands. It is wowed. It is absolutely wowed. You see it like coming out like that, literally piercing white. This is not normal, okay? These got a life of its own. Look at that. It is a life of its own. That's not normal. Okay, that's not normal, you all. These are a life form right here that's happening. And look here, it looks like something came out of that portal. Look at the shape. Look at the shape that it took on. My hand's out of the way. Look at that. It literally, something came through. So I don't know. I really don't at this point. Are all of these beautiful lights good? These high efficiency plasma lights good? Because we're seeing these plasma webs all over the place. And then we have the radio frequency that is used for some of these lights also. And we've got this plasma sphere around the earth. So I would not be surprised, and I'm not surprised, that this plasma is taking on a life of its own. Okay? I'm not surprised at all with all that's going on. This is a 276 page of plasma research, plasma science, enabling technology, sustainability, security. It's dedicated to plasma. All types of plasma. Yes, the complexity arising from multiple scales and phenomena. You have plasma. Here, results out of dimensional particle in cell simulation of... I went too fast. But this is all. It's all about plasma. Plasma is here, and it's going to become an even greater part of our life here on Earth. So they say accelerating the electrons using a Trojan horse. One of the challenges in plasma acceleration of electrons is having the seed electrons accelerated at the right place at the right time. Facility for Advanced Accelerator Experimental Tests, FACET. So we're going to just look at a couple more pictures. I'm going to put them in there so you can see a little bit more about the plasma. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit more. I did. I learned a little bit more than what I did know. So yes, there is plasma. This talk is all about plasma. Plasma is worldwide. It's a worldwide phenomena. It's something that is studied in universities around the world. It's studied at CERN. It's studied everywhere in all different types of agencies within governments. And plasma will affect us, and it does affect us right now. But I think we're going to be hearing and seeing a lot more about plasma and the effects that it has in our daily lives. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and please have an open mind, because this plasma, it's real, and this plasma seems to be changing its shape. It seems to be taking on a life of its own at times. And I think that the types of lighting that uses the plasma gas and the radio frequencies has a lot to do with it. And this story is much, much more deeper than any of us realize. This plasma is not anything that can be dismissed. Okay, you can't dismiss that. We cannot continue to dismiss what's happening because this plasma, look at it. It's literally replicating. It's got these teardrop-looking orbs, kind of like it, and some of them are circular, completely circular, and they are attached to the main source of energy. The brightest spot is where the energy is the greatest, and you can see, just like the sun. Let me talk about the sun. You know, when you see those round things like this to the side of the sun, they're doing the exact same thing. They're drinking the plasma. They're getting the plasma out of the side of the sun. That is what they're doing, and this is nothing different. These are nothing different, okay? They're exactly the same. They may not be that big, but it's the same concept. This is plasma. These are life forms, and they are connected to this main bright source, just like the sun is a big old light source, a great big source of energy, a great big ball of plasma. And that's what these are. They're feeding off of it. They are feeding off of this massive plasma blob, and I'm not being disrespectful, this massive plasma source. Just like the ships that you see that are round and circular, they got an umbilical cord, it looks like, but it's a feeder tube getting the plasma out of the sun. This is just like it. But now they've come to the earth. Look, they just, boom. They just made themselves massive now. You see how it exploded like that? Just like that, you all. They're real. This is real. All of this plasma that's going on, these lights they're high efficiency plasma lights, just like I said in this video. And you say, oh, Gina, well, the thing is doing like that. It's like water's on the lens. No, that's what happens. You ever see those movies where they're going into the dimension, or they're sticking their hand through a portal and it's all wavy like that, but they stick their arm through and then they walk through. This is the same concept. These are like interdimensional portals, is what is happening. Okay, let's look at this. This plasma should not be stretching out all like it's stretching out right here. It should not, but it is. And I just wanted to put this on here so you all could see it. See the transformation of the plasma once it gets started and the many different shapes that it takes on. It's morphing. Is what it's doing. It's changing its shape. It's metastasizing. It's doing all of that. Why? Because it's intelligent. It's intelligent plasma is what it is. And you see the brightest light here in the corner. If you look closely behind it, there's a dark, see it right there, a dark round, I think it's a dark round plasma, kind of like it's kind of solid. Look at this. It's peeking all over the place. Even though the people are there, they don't even realize what's going on because this is like interdimensional. And the cameras are picking it up, you all. We've got to wake up. We've got to wake up and pay attention to what's happening around these live webcams. They're all over the world. And we've got these high-efficiency plasma lights that are literally putting off plasma, and they're feeding off of it. These plasma life forms are feeding off the plasma, just like they feed off the sun. You may say, Gina, no, how can you draw that correlation between the sun and these? I can, and I did, because it's the same thing that's happening. The exact same thing, except now it's on the earth. Okay, it's not up there in the sky. They came to the earth. This has become an inhabitable place for them. Okay, that's right. It's a habitable place. They can habit. This can be their habitat. Okay, they already got the earth surrounded with their magnetosphere, their plasma sphere. Why do you think that they wouldn't? What makes you think that they would not break through that and make their way to the earth, the plasma? If it was weakened in one spot, of course it's going to make its way through to the earth, and it's going to be drawn through. And CERN ain't helping matters any. But then we can't stop any of this. We can't. It's all going to play out, you all. It's all going to play out. Look at this. It's spikes of energy, spikes of plasma. It's whitening out is what it's doing. And no, I'm not a scientific person, and I don't have to be a scientific person, and neither do you, in order to observe and come to your own conclusion that this is not normal. It's not. Okay, this plasma, it's interesting to watch all the different shapes and stuff like that, and it's intelligent. It's highly intelligent. Look how that plasma web right there is literally attaching itself to those columns. Look at that. Of course, I've got this fast speed is what I've got it, but then look over here at the left where it's all white and peaked out, and it's all and it's black. It's really dark because I think some dark plasma is seeping in too. They're creating their own portals and stuff like that is what's happening. And of course the people can't see it. All they feel is, hey, this rain, it's raining hard. There's electricity in the air, and there is so much that the air is electrified. It really is. You don't want to put electricity like an electrical cord in the water, because you're going to get shocked. Okay, you are. Look at that. White out. Boom. That plasma has literally peaked over there. And this is like interdimensional. It's like it's trying to break through. It really is trying to break through. We need some music for a minute because I need to rest from talking. We're going to listen to some peaceful music for a moment. Okay, we see that plasma web, it already transformed into this great big plasma mass that is reaching toward the columns where there is more plasma webs up there so that it can transform even more. That's what it's doing. If you hadn't seen the video, it's It's pretty amazing, you all. This is the full screen. You can watch everything going on around it. You may say, well, Jean, this might be taking too long. If it's taking too long, don't watch it. Okay, I like to watch it. It's interesting because this ain't happening just for no reason whatsoever, you all. It's really trying to get its energy going. It's trying to create more life, or in trying to create the right conditions for this great big round mass of plasma to get into or onto the top of this semi-solid plasma. And that's what it is. It's semi-solid. It's almost solid. The ones behind it is semi-solid, but this one, this yellow colored one, this is semi-solid to practically almost solid. But once that, see, it's coming out. See, it's literally made the conditions are right for it to literally enter this plasma because it's practically solid. You see that black area up there, that black plasma? It's like the dark plasma is what I think it is. It is amazing. It really is. I can't believe that we caught that. I really can't, but we did, and it was exciting to watch. So now you get to watch it again here in this video right here because it's important. It really is important to study this plasma and to get a better understanding of what's going on. It really is. There may be some people who do not even want to go down this area. They don't even want to look at it. They want to totally dismiss it. Well, then this is not for you. But there are those who do want to look into this because they know it's not normal. Okay. This it's opening up from the other dimension is what it is. It's making its way into our, look at the peak of the red. Boom, just like that. How on earth is that possible? I'm sure physics, someone who studies plasma and stuff like this, they know exactly how that happened. Exactly. And this video is documenting it, is what's happening. It's documenting this, and they can break it down from a scientific standpoint, especially if they work at CERN. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And, you know, it's good to have this video on the internet, on the YouTube, and wherever else it gets sent for people to see and people to comment, because this is eye-opening. This is a part of our world now, okay? It was never a part of our world before these high-efficiency plasma lights came out, okay, and just made everything so beautiful outside, all the different pretty colors and stuff at night. It's pretty cool, isn't it? First, they started with a neon light, those like black lights or whatever that you would put in your house, I guess in rooms or places, and you glow in the dark, kind of. Isn't that weird? It was a light bulb. They've come a long way. See, it collapsed. It collapsed upon itself. It could not contain the energy, is what it couldn't. And it couldn't maintain it, so it just literally peaked, and then boom, it collapsed. That's kind of like a black hole, I guess. Or no, it's like when you go into a portal. You step into that portal while that portal was still open, because once it collapsed, you're trapped in that side. You're trapped on the other side. You're not coming back through. So look at that red. Boom. It's trying to breathe. Somebody said like last night in the live stream, it looked like it's a heartbeat because it was having like contractions and stuff. You all, it really was. So we're going to go look at it. I think I rewind this and look over here on the left. You see that spike of energy right there, white, peeking out white. It's like a blowtorch or like a torch. Yeah, so just picture this, like you've got this plasma, you got these plasma webs, they change, metastasize into a big mass. That's what I'm going to go back to, a great big mass of plasma, just like this, to where this dark plasma comes through, trying to create a portable, and as long as this plasma maintains its shape, it can come through. As long as it keeps up, makes it stable enough, then that dark plasma, whatever it is trying to come through, then it can come through. into our realm, but once it collapses, it can't. It stays stuck. Look, it's trying. Ooh, yes. Could you imagine if it literally jumped off there into the outside of it? If it literally got to that point where it literally jumped on the ground, then it would be in our dimension. It would. It would be in our dimension. It's already in our dimension because we're watching it, but it has not broke free of this plasma. It's like a breeding ground. It really is. And when they get big like that, they are like a breeding ground, like a incubator. It's, yeah, you can sit there and study it and look at it. It's actually my eyes getting hurting looking at this big monitor, because if I look at the monitor too much, it's going to make my eye hurt. So hopefully this video, look at that, peaks of red. Peaks of red. And it cannot, it's not, see, it collapsed. It collapsed. I'm just saying, I hope it collapsed. I really do hope it collapsed, and that's all it did. Because I don't want to think of it as, okay, when it collapsed, that means it broke through into our dimension and it went wherever it wanted to go. We're going to jump over here and we're going to look at this web plasma, because this web plasma actually was the one that was birthing other plasma. It was like it literally intricately wove this web, and it birthed dark plasma. It literally was able to replicate itself. And you may say, Gina, well, it's taking a long time. It's okay. You hang in there, because it's been a lot of time weaving its web. It really did. It weaved a web. Okay, look at that. It's branching off just like that. It's trying really hard to oh my gosh. See what it did? It something shot off of it and it went into the other side of the web. See, look at this. This is dark matter, you all. No! You all, you see what I'm talking about? This is interdimensional. It's coming through our realm, you all. This plasma, I don't know what it's up to, but it gets to this semi-solid state. Look, it starts having these contraptions. This is dark plasma. It's dark matter, you all. It's out there. Okay, it's out there. And let me tell you something about this webcam. They literally discontinued it. I was never able to access it again. Boom, gone. Gone. Look at this, you all. This plasma is living. It is a life form now. Forget about the 4 states of matter, liquid, solid, gas, plasma. It's living. It literally is a living life form now. It has intelligence. It's able to give birth to other plasma. I sure hope you have stayed around for this video. I really hope and pray that you stayed around to watch the end of this video, because we are facing something that is unprecedented in our lifetimes. It is unprecedented, okay? This plasma, look at it. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, this was one of the most exciting videos I had done right there. And I think it kind of got shadow banned when I did it. I really think it did. Look at all this behind the scenes happening. You can see it in the camera is able to pick it up in the background. Look at it. It's moving around. It's from the other dimension is what it's doing. And if I didn't catch nothing, and if it was just like drops of water, then why did they discontinue this webcam? Why did they? Because it wasn't just drops of water. I was tapping into, and we caught this plasma, this dark plasma. This is in the Dutchland. You see it. It was one of the most amazing things I ever witnessed. It really, really was. And then, you can't make this stuff up. It literally looks like it's something out of a science fiction movie. And you know that plasma apocalypse, that IMCO thing, it don't look too unbelievable. It doesn't. It don't seem too far-fetched either, at all. It seems quite plausible. Look at you got these peaks of this blue over here has literally, well, it did. Look at this, it's moving around, and there you are. They literally have got themselves in such a solid state. How can they do that? How can plasma turn solid enough to replicate? I'm going to say it again. Same thing you see on the moon, the sun. Same thing you see on the sun at times. Exact same thing, except now it's on the earth. Somehow it got through. Somehow this plasma, this dark energy, this dark plasma has gotten through. It's found a way to enter our realm and multiply with the plasma lights. I want to share this. I do. I want this video to be shared. I really, really do. And I don't care. People can get upset, and you can have the naysayers, but it's okay. You go ahead and be a naysayer. We don't have to listen, because this is real. This is another life form. And how is humanity going to deal with this? How are we going to come to terms with this happening, even though they can't see it with their own eyes? You know, this is getting into people probably. It probably can get into people, and I'm not just saying that. I'm not. You want to make sure your energy within you, your vibration, your frequency is at the highest level possible, and that it has to be love. You can't let anger and bitterness and stuff be in you, or this dark energy. It's going to find its way in you. Negative energy will attract more negative energy. It will. You got to create a barrier, you all. And I hope I'm wrong about this. I really do. I hope that I'm wrong, that this is not bad energy. This is not bad plasma, that it's not dark plasma, that it's all good. But if it was all good, why are they hiding it? Why did they take the camera down? Why did they not want me to do my live video this morning? I tried 7 times in a row, and it kept disconnecting me before I finally got on and did my one. Why don't they want the message out? Because they can't contain the Pandora box that got open? Somebody opened the lid on the Pandora box, and out came the plasma, the dark side of the plasma that they cannot contain. It's true. Once you open the lid of something like that, you can't get it back on, because it's too powerful. They don't even know what they're messing. They don't know what they're messing with. They really don't. Some may know, but I think the bulk of the scientists, the physicists, all of these, they don't really even. They're not coming close to what they're dealing with. Look at that. Now see the light ones that pop off, they flying around. They did. You see, they're like pop off like that, like wings, boom, like little nodules of light. They just keep coming and going, and all of that, you all of it. I don't know how long this video is. I don't know how long this one was of the birthing of the plasma, but you can see it crawling all around. That's dark plasma. It is. It's the dark side of plasma coming out of that semi-solid, practically solid state of plasma now. And it's matter. And it does matter. It matters to us. It absolutely does matter. And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to end my talking, and I'm just going to let the rest of the video play. Music, I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm just going to let it play some music. And I just want to thank you all. Please keep your mind open, and please keep your eyes open, because our world is changing. Things are happening, and we know a lot is happening, but we're not being told the whole truth. We got to piece this together ourselves. So with that being said, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video. Yes, and thank you for being on this journey with me. I'm thankful I've got you all on this journey with me too. And I just want you to know we're never alone. We're never alone. Love you.